Welcome to Smacky's Garage. Today we're going to be installing tow mirrors on our F-150. These mirrors here are from Boosted Auto Parts. They are tow mirrors for an F-150. They include the smoke lens and I have the daytime running light option on them. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to install them on my truck and then we're going to see how well they do. We're going to do a few week review on how they work. So far, just looking at them, they look very high quality. So let's go ahead and I'm going to start taking apart the truck. Now, if you got the tow mirrors without the daytime running lights, it's going to be a really simple install. You just have to take this off, take out the bolts and switch it over. If you got the one with the daytime running lights, then you need to take off this entire panel and you need to run the wire for the daytime running lights all the way to the pin in the door. So that's a lot more work and that's what we're going to do here. So we're going to show the changing of this and then we're going to speed through the wiring of it. I'll show where it connects, but I won't go through every single step on the door. So here we go. Now we're going to put the window down to do this because it'll make things easier in the long run. So I'm going to pull this off, then disconnect it from all the clips. You're going to see there's going to be a few different, there's going to be one cable, which on mine has an 8-pin connector, and there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 screws that need to come out. So 2 nuts, 2 screws. Now the reason why we put the window down, or one of the reasons, especially on this part, is you need to be able to support the mirror as you're taking these off, because if you don't, it's just going to fall right off. I believe there's a clip in there, but just to be safe, we'll do it this way. Okay, we are off. Now let's go ahead and do a quick size comparison of these two mirrors, and you can see there is a massive difference in size. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this one on and see how it looks. But even from the lengthwise from here to here, as well as the mirror size, it's a completely different size. It's so much bigger. Now I'm going to go ahead and push this new one back in, which should go in nice and easy. So all the connectors are the same. I'm going to feed this through first. Okay, with those back in, we're going to connect this here. That should be good for the mirrors. Now we just need to get the daytime running light pin put in, and to do that, this entire panel needs to come off. All right, while doing this, I learned something. It is so much easier if you take this speaker out and work from behind the speaker to get everything out and out of the way to remove this clip. In the Boost video, they say to put your arm through here and get to here. My arm doesn't fit. So by taking the speaker out, it is one connector here, 4 screws. I was easily able to get over there to move the wires through. Now, one of the things that I learned while doing this is it's easier to connect the wire here and then pull through this end to move the wire from here to here. I don't find it easier to push the wire from here through. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull this one through. So I have it, it's all connected, it's in the right pin. Turn the headlights on. And we are working. So the daytime running lights are working. I also checked the hazards to make sure they're powered up, but everything's working well. This is definitely a bigger project than I expected to get everything together and to do this wiring. Second side's going to go much easier, but definitely the first took some time. All right, so I've had the tow mirrors on the truck now for 1 to 2 months, and I'm really happy with the way that they turned out. The installation wasn't that bad. I'd say to get one done, to really learn all the tips, it took me a good 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, just going slowly, making sure I didn't damage anything. The passenger side, which I did second, I was able to get done really quickly, and I did that one in about half an hour. Make sure you watch the tips that I had, especially around what's the right way to route that daytime running light wire. If you do that, it'll help you immensely when you put it together. Now I've got to try it out in a few different scenarios. First one, towing a trailer and backing up a trailer. One of the biggest benefits of having the tow mirrors with the trailer behind me is being able to back it up and actually see around the trailer. With the standard mirrors, you know, it wasn't working with an 8.5 foot trailer, especially with something as big as the trailer that I'm towing now. So with these, huge improvement. I would never tow again an 8.5 foot wide trailer without specific tow mirrors. It's not safe. You can't see what's behind you, and it's dangerous to back up that way. Now for the mirrors, you really can't push them out from the inside, so you have to come outside the vehicle and then pull on it. And then when they're out, they stay out. Now for the defrosting on it and the defogging, when I looked at the defrosting of it, and I'm driving it, getting rid of some of the fog on it, it did really well. I mean, come 30 seconds to a minute in driving, it was completely clear and I could see again. So really impressed with that aspect of it. There is no funny noises from when you're driving it. There's no whistle. I mean, you get a little bit more wind noise, but that's to be expected with bigger mirrors. And with the bigger mirrors, they are really, really much bigger. So you're gonna get a little bit more noise, but it's not really noticeable. Now we took the car up to New Hampshire to look at some of the foliage, take a little trip a few weeks ago, and you know, going on the highway with the mirrors, it's so much easier to see who's behind you, to see who's around you with these mirrors. Even in normal traffic, I see a huge benefit of just being able to get better visibility in the car. Not that the trucks don't have good visibility, but it just adds another aspect of it. Going through drive-thrus, I've been a little bit more careful with them because, you know, they do stick out a little bit further, a little bit wider. But one of the things I noticed is I actually like the lower mirror where you can see more towards the bottom of the tire, so you can see if you're going to run over a curb. You know, that's been immensely helpful just driving around tight areas. You know, with all that said, I'm really happy with the purchase of these mirrors, and I'm really happy with the way everything has turned out. You know, for the price, I thought it was a lot of money for some tow mirrors, but looking at the quality of them, looking at how well they perform, kind of the ease of installation, I'm really happy with them. Thanks for tuning in today on Smacky's Garage. Glad we got to test these out and see how they do together. I'll see you next week.